Well, hello there, and welcome to CityLine. We are zooming from my kitchen once again, and we have a great hour ahead of us. Later on, we'll be talking with the Washington 529, known as the Washington College Savings Plan. Luke is here to talk about keeping yourself updated because time is going by very quickly, and college, at least virtual college, may just be around the corner. Then we're going to have Nisha Smith. She is here from Tacoma Art Museum to talk about their virtual spring luncheon. And then Kurt Bailey, who is the CEO of Bloodworks, is here to talk about our blood supply and what we can do to help now that Governor Inslee has opened up all types of surgeries. The Humane Society will be here with our Pet of the Week. And then with me right now, I have two incredible individuals from the Boys and Girls Club of Puget Sound. Please join me in welcoming Jenny Horan. She is the Director of Marketing and Communications. Hello there, Miss Jenny.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing quite well, my dear. And then with me also is Katie Woods. She is the Support Services Manager of the Boys and Girls Club of South Puget Sound. Welcome, Miss Katie.
Hi, thank you.
It is so good to see both of you. The only drawback is I want to hug you, and that's not going to happen.
Your virtual air hugs.
Yeah.
Jenny, I want to start with you first in these 13 minutes that we have. Can you share with our guests how COVID-19 has impacted the phenomenal programs of the Boys and Girls Clubs in the past months?
Yeah, absolutely. I think us, just like everyone else, personally and with their businesses, it's had significant impacts, and where we've really had to, reconfigure and figure out how we could provide services in the safest way possible with all of the new guidelines coming out. And really, as our organization is very much a people organization, that's how we do our programs. It's face-to-face, it's with kids, typically in large group settings. All of our fundraising efforts are typically, fundraising events that a lot of nonprofits have also had to, decide, what they're going to do. And so we really had to take a moment to just kind of, briefly pause and decide, what is it with our mission and how can we continue to stay true to our mission of serving those who need us most during this time. And we really had to reevaluate and just kind of shift that those who need us most at that time just changed. And so really our first call to action was working together with a number of community partners here and being able to ensure that we could provide services to those first responders and medical providers and essential workers here, making sure that their kids were safe so that they could go and do their jobs. And so I think we're really fortunate to live here in Tacoma and Pierce County, where a number of organizations truly do collaborate for the good of the community. And so really, that's been a great experience to be able to develop that alongside all of them. In addition to those sort of programs, we've been able to do meals, been providing our meals for the community, wanting to make sure that we still were able to do something outside of the day camps. But through all of this, we've been super grateful for our staff. It's been a lot of changes. For a while there, it was daily changes on what we were able to do. And they've been very resilient and just quick to change and adapt. And everyone from our administrative staff who, we've all been teleworking since the middle of March to make sure that, we're still able to provide seamless service to our team. And then our programs and operations team, they have been just phenomenal through all of this, redesigning our programs. And Katie's going to talk a little more about as far as what that's looked like for us. But a lot of them, who've been on the front line still serving kids since the beginning of all of this have just been incredible. And it's been really fun to see how all of them have stepped up in their own ways to help out.
You know, when you say we really reached into our partnerships, I have always held it in my heart that the epitome and the bar of partnerships is the way that the Boys and Girls Club behaves in this community. Because you really do, you are the epitome, you set the example. So it does not surprise me that you were able to pivot so quickly and provide community meals and day camps for first responders and club to go, because that's what you're known for. The Boys and Girls Club is the biggest co-parent that we have going in the Puget Sound. So Katie, first off, welcome back to the Boys and Girls Club.
Thank you. Yeah.
Katie, about what you do in your role with the club as a support service manager.
Yeah, I think my title definitely embodies what I do, day to day. I am in charge of, supporting all of our special programs throughout the whole org. And so an example of that is supporting like our Youth of the Year program, our outdoor leadership program, but I also manage and facilitate the implementation of a few grants. And I also manage training for our org, for our staff, as well as supporting our family support and our athletic program. So a little bit of everything.
Wow. Yeah. Boy, you talk about spinning plates.
Yeah.
Keeping them all in the air. Katie, you have been really involved on the ground level, creating new program model for the clubs. Tell us right now, what is different about day camps that you are running right now than they were before?
Yeah, I mean, we really adapted and changed our whole program model. I mean, we're used to meeting with large groups and kids are, moving around in our building to different program areas and experiencing, different program areas. And so within our partnerships, we, put our heads together. We've partnered with Metro Parks Tacoma, the YMCA, as well as Tacoma Public Schools, Green Trike, and GTCF all came together to really make sure that we are, ensuring the safety of our staff as well as our kids, right? We really want to make sure that when we were putting together all of our procedures and protocols, we were mindful of ratios. Our ratios are drastically lower, than what we're usually used to. We've also had to limit the number of people we're in a building, as well as making sure that, the biggest difference was making sure the kids are staying in one location. Because like I said, they're used to kind of rotating around. And so we really wanted to make sure when we were designing our model, we were limiting that exposure to make sure everybody's going to be safe in the building. So we really leaned in on our medical professionals as well as, CDC guidance to really develop these, procedures and protocols, and we're continuing to adapt them as new information is released to us. But, it's really been amazing to see our staff adapt, to the new physical distancing guidelines, as well as, trying to limit minimal interaction, physical interaction, but also trying to keep our programs fun and engaging.
That's amazing. And I want to remind our viewers that the Boys and Girls Club, because they provide care for children, they are an essential service. And that's the reason why we're having this conversation about how to keep these families that need these services healthy and safe. Katie, let's talk about the virtual club to go experience. What is that?
Yeah, this is a whole new program for us, and it has been really exciting to be a part of this. So one thing that we're missing, we weren't able to meet in person with our club kids, so we really wanted to try to find ways to engage them while they're at home. And so we have built a virtual program where we're meeting for 1 hour each day with our club members. And so our school age program, we're meeting with them on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then our teens, we're meeting them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're providing academic support as well as BGC programming. But we recognize that not everybody is able to meet at that 1 hour mark. And so we're also launching a YouTube channel where we're having staff video, them running a program, and then we're going to be posting them on our website so that our members can engage with our programs and the activities. To go along with our, live feed as well as our YouTube, we've also created what we're calling Club to Go activity kits, where we're putting together supplies as well as activity packets so that club members could come pick them up at our meal site and be able to take them home and run the programs, participate in the programs with our live feed, but then also be able to do that on their own time if they're not able to make our live feed.
Wow, you have done all of that, both of you and your team, in 9 weeks. Well, actually, no, not in 9 weeks. Probably within the first 72 hours you did this because the need was so great. That is amazing. Jenny, I'm going to get to you in just a second because I want to talk about what the future programs look like. But Katie, I first want to close out with you and talk about what is the Family Support Resiliency Fund that you have started, and what does it support?
Yeah, so this is providing additional support for our club families. Our Director of Family Support, Diana Sullivan, is working alongside with her team to provide supplies. And so this is, essential food items as well as, household items, anything that the families need. We really want to make sure we come alongside them and make sure they have access to the supplies that they're needing to take care of daily needs at home.
So, Jenny, let's talk about the future of these programs because none of us know how this is going to unfold. We're not going to get back to where we were. Everything is going to be a new normal based upon what COVID-19 tells us. So what is the Boys and Girls Club thinking about?
We are excited because we have started to plan, more for the future instead of just tomorrow. And a couple of the things that, the immediate things that we've been working on is, for one, the essential day camp at Al Davies right now. We are very hopeful that that will continue to operate through the end of summer, providing those families the free program and services. So we're still working through those details. But in addition to that, opening more sites so that we can actually serve and welcome back some of our old club members. And so it's still going to look different. Like Katie talked about, our programs that we open will be very similar to what the day camps look like right now because we do, first and foremost, the safety of everyone is number one. And so the programs will look different. The capacity of our programs is going to be a lot smaller than what people have been used to in the past. And so we will be limited in the number of sites and the number of kids that we're going to be able to serve. And it's going to be sort of a phased opening model next month, and some of that will depend on our staffing as well. And with that, I do have to put in a plug that we are hiring, actually, which is great news. I feel like right now in this time and age, we do have positions available on our website so that we are able to serve more kids when that opportunity comes, and as guidelines open up a little bit more. So that's first and foremost, is that we're excited to just welcome kids back in with a couple sites here in Pierce County, and then out in Kitsap and Mason County as well. And then with our community meal sites, we're looking forward to being able to continue to offer those through the end of summer. That's sort of our lens that we're going through right now is summer, trying to make it through summer. So out in Lakewood, at our Lakewood branch, in South Tacoma at our Henry T. Schatz branch, and then out in Bremerton, our cooks have been providing grab-and-go breakfast and lunches Monday to Friday, in between 10 and 12 each day. And so we're really excited with that one because I think to date we've probably served close to 12,000 meals through that program. And just a few weeks ago, we've been able to start providing on Fridays meals for the weekend for the household. So even with the Memorial Day, the holiday weekend coming up, families that come on Fridays will be getting breakfast and lunches for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday until we're back open on Tuesday. So we're looking forward to being able to do that again.
I'm sitting here in awe at just the far-reaching effect that the Boys and Girls Club has. And I know that you are taking donations for supplies for programs and for families. And there's some t-shirts that we can purchase through Print Northwest. I'm sure it's on your website. And
It
I just
is.
want to say to both of you, thank you so much for connecting your heart and mind. And you've been working this around the clock. So please, you two take care of you, because you are in families and people need you. And please stay safe, and give my love to you and yours.
Thank you. You too.
You're more than welcome.